3,000 metres final, and we've got little William Mutwell of Kenya out in front. The Kenyans so dominant in this event. Just about completed 2 laps. We've got just over 7.5. The lap marker showing 5 when they come round, and Mutwell out in front. The pace, by the way, is quite fast. They're inside 8:12 at the moment, so they really mean it. Mutwell leads. Actually, it's a bit cooler tonight than it was for the 5,000 metre qualifying for the men last night. Mutwell leads. The Algerian in second, the Moroccan in second place is Katabi. Then comes Sang and Bira of Kenya, Brahmi of Algeria, behind him Lambrosini, then Lopez of Brazil, Van Dijk of Belgium, the German Brandt, and behind Brandt, Tom Hanlon of Great Britain.
Well, after a very slow start, William Mutwell moved through, ran through the first 1,000 metres in 2 minutes and 44 seconds, which is about 8 minutes 10 pace, as you said, David.
There's an accident down there, someone's gone down. He's on the track, hidden, and I suspect it's one of the Kenyans, and I think it's Bira. He seemed to trip on the flat. He's hidden by officials, he's now surrounded by cameramen. Most of the crowd don't know he's out of the competition. But I'm sure it's Bira, I can't see him in the race.
Well, there was a little incident in the back straight and he did stumble, but he got up and he's back into his running. Matthew Berea is moving into 4th place there. He did well to do that. Sang in 2nd place and William Mutwell leading as he's done so far.
Actually, the cameramen are actually trying to concentrate on what happened. I think it was the curb he caught, and they're absolutely surrounding the spot as if he's there. But there was certainly an incident where he tripped, but it's good to see him there because this is one of the great young finds of middle and long distance running, Matthew Berea. He's only 20, and having lived at altitude and worked in Nairobi for about 18 months, we all know, I actually know the problems of running at altitude. But in fact, to run 8:12 in Nairobi at 7,000 feet is really ridiculous.
Well, that was 10 seconds faster than anyone ever had run before at altitude, and I thought that was one of the outstanding performances so far in this athletic year. There he is, he's got himself back into his running, he's in 3rd place, and the 3 Kenyans, where we expected to find them, they've taken it gradually. This hasn't been an incessant change of pace, it's been just a gradual pouring on of pace. William Mutwell is a fine distance runner, he can run many distances, he's especially good on the cross-country circuit, and he's running well, but he's putting himself in the right place. Patrick Sang, one of the fastest men of all time at the steeplechase. In fact, the Kenyans have the 5 fastest steeplechasers of all time. In Berea on the inside, well positioned, running smoothly, and Tom Hanlon working his way through the field quite nicely.
Very nicely indeed. He's now up there 4th and 5th. But the Kenyans gathering, running almost as they do in the international cross-country as a mob. 1, 2 and 3. Lambrosini, Italy, 4. Brahmi, the Algerian, in 5th place. In 6th place, Tom Hanlon. 7th is Brent of Germany. 8th is the American Dima. 9th is Van Dijk. 10th, Katabi of Morocco. I'm just looking at the pace. It is fast. They're still inside an 8:12 pace. The Olympic record set by Kariuki 4 years ago, the Kenyan at 8:5.51.
5:31 at 2,000 metres, and it means they're going to pour it on now. They've positioned themselves well into the lead, and I think it's going to be a battle between the 3 Kenyans. Berea attacks Mutwell. They're not going to be running as a team. They'd like to finish in 1, 2 and 3, and they're heading very much that way. And when we look down on the trackside, we can see the Kenyan officials getting the Kenyan flag ready.
Well, it'd be astonishing if they're beaten. They've got 3 to choose from, Mutwell and Bira together, then the taller figure of Patrick Sang, Lambrosini, who's got a good finish, the Italian in 4th place, Brahmi is 5, Hanlon losing ground in 6th place, and Dima goes past him. They've got a lap and a half left. And the African surge is really on now. Matthew Bira, having survived that incident in the back straight, hurdled the water jump there. He didn't touch the barrier at all. He just hurdled it and came out running. Reminds me a bit of Biwott, who actually used to touch the barrier, but didn't like to get his new shoes wet and jumped straight out of the water. 1 lap to go now. It's Birra leading. The 20-year-old they've just suddenly found. Sang in second place, the man who's been around so long. Number 2 on the world all-time list. Or number 4 on the world all-time list. Second in the race in which Koech broke the world record. But Birra's inexperience showed there. He didn't take that barrier too cleanly. They've got 3 left. 2 straight barriers and 1 water jump. Birra, Sang, Mutwal and Lamborghini are very tired for. Kenya 1, Kenya 2, Kenya 3. Matthew Birra. This time he was on top of the barrier. Took it in the orthodox manner. He's got 1 jump left. Sang trying to close. Birra's clear. Now the sprint, and Matthew Birra, the new Kenyan, to follow a long list of outstanding athletes, takes the gold in the Olympic steeplechase. Sang is second, Mutwell third. 1, 2, 3 for Kenya. Lamborghini 4, Brand 5. Tom Hanlon in 6th place. Good run by him. Dima 7th. Brahmi 8th. Van Dijk 9th. Katabi 10th. Lopez 11th. And Vera, Uruguayan 12th. The last lap with an outside water jump. Is it? No, it's inside water jump. An unbelievable 61 seconds. But the Kenyans have done it again. 1, 2, and 3.
Well, what a great sight in the finishing straight there. Matthew Birra, Patrick Sang and William Mutwal. We love to see it, but this is the first time they've ever had 1, 2 and 3 in the Olympic Games. And I'm sure Matthew Birra was celebrating that fact when he crossed the line, clapping his hands. He ran a great race. He ran a very fast last 1,000 metres. That was an excellent run, and he really is a talent. And as I told you during the commentary, there's an official there whose job it was to get the flags out, and they've got the flags out, and they're in the back straight. But they were 3 tired Kenyans there, and when you think about it, the world champion Moses Kiptanui wasn't even here, and they still had 1, 2 and 3.